I'm gonna start off this review very strong, and I'm going to name everything that I hated about this movie. And those are 5 things. They are 5 things that I hated about this movie, okay? First and foremost, as soon as I got to the theater, I realized that this was a kids movie. So they were going to talk throughout the entirety of the fucking movie, and my god, so they did. There was a fucking newborn too, cried like for 20 minutes of the fucking movie, which was fantastic, amazing experience. Why the fuck are you taking newborns to see movies? They're not even going to watch it in the first place, you fucking. Second, furries. We had a whole section in the theater exclusively for furries. I have nothing against it, but goddamn, y'all motherfuckers need to take a damn shower for once, or shower the fur, or wash it, or whatever the fuck you do with that thing. And then from here on out, we're gonna talk more about the movie in general, okay? So I was already pissed, like already like off the gate, watching this movie. But I'm not gonna lie to you, this movie was a pretty damn good time. It was a pretty damn good time. Now, the 3 things that I don't like in terms of the movie are things that you can explain and you can theorize about it and you can like talk about it. But let's get off with it. For starters, I really hate, or I don't hate is a strong word, but I really don't like Sonic's very quirky personality. Now, I understand Sonic is kind of like that. I mean, I played the games growing up. One of my favorites was the one on Wii, the one where he turns into a werewolf. That's one of my favorites, but of course I go back into the Game Boy. I don't know, I just feel like the movie is too childish at times. At times it's just like some of the jokes are very, very, very child-like, which is fine to me. It's fine, but you know what? Never mind. That's just honestly just pointless. That's just me nitpicking it, honestly, because like my god, it's just some of the humor is abysmal, very childish. But needless to say, when the humor is the fuck. But needless to say, when the humor is actually good, it actually becomes very it breaks the fourth wall and very meta at times, which I fucking liked. Like they drop Hello Kitty and Godzilla, and they said like it's the same. Jim Carrey fucking steals the fucking show. He's amazing in the movie, and some of the comedy is pretty damn good. Like I found myself laughing more than I thought I was at the start of the movie when Sonic had this quirky personality with this funny faces and funny sound effects, right? Like I genuinely thought that I was not gonna have not even a smirk on my face throughout the movie. I mean, I did see the first 2, but but hey, it ended up being way better than I thought. Another thing I really didn't like about the movie was getting from point A to point B. Things happen so fast and they solve problems like if they weren't even problems, like if it wasn't day-to-day thing. And there's many things that don't make sense in terms of like, are we really talking about how powerful these hedgehogs are, or are they nerfed for this purpose and then we turn them into OP characters again? Like things like that do happen throughout the movie, and you question to yourself, does it make sense? It does in terms of entertainment purposes, but not logical purposes. But of course, you're walking into the theater not thinking logically, because that's the day and age we live in. We don't think logically. We don't think at all. Things just happen, and we just like to see them. And that's basically what happens in the movie. Now, let's get into the good stuff. Shadow. Shadow, my favorite character in the whole Sonic universe. I remember playing I think it was a PS2 game, right? The one where he has guns and everything. He would just be killing motherfuckers on the streets. I fucking loved that game. And, I just liked Shadow's aesthetic. Like growing up, I wasn't really emo, but I was like dark. I like dark shit. And, I always coincided with him. I mean, like I did play Sonic since, like I said, the Game Boy, but I found myself more as a Shadow fan growing up. So seeing him on the big screen was really good. It was really satisfying. They really did him justice. He looks just as badass as he's always been. I don't think they changed much of the character. I would say though, I wish I saw more variety with Shadow. I wish I saw more of him. He kind of just does the same moves over and over again throughout the entirety of the movie, which kind of gets tiring because we're like, okay, we get it. We get it. He gets to fucking do this. Like, can he do something else? Like, but regardless of that, I really do think the character was handled very well with a lot of love and very much attention to detail. The bike scene was fucking amazing. Of course, we saw it in the trailer, the Akira slide, one of the greatest shots in cinematic history at this point. And also Jim Carrey really did one on me. He really played the fuck out of the character, man. Oh my god, I really loved every time Robotnik. I can't speak English today. I'm sorry, guys. Every time Jim Carrey was on screen, I really loved it. He really sold his performances. It's very funny, very quirky again, very childish, but I don't know why it is with Jim Carrey, but his quirkiness and his childish, like, comedy type thing, it kind of gets me. I don't know. I kind of really, really, really liked it. Maybe it's just his aura that really gets to me or something, but I really thought that it was great. I really liked it. I really liked when Grandpa gets introduced, though his character arc is kind of predictable to a certain extent, but questionable at times. Like, okay, like I said previously, point A to point B, how did we get here? Now, I cannot do a review of this movie justifiably. I'm making up words on the spot without really talking about spoilers. Okay, I think spoilers are the big like bunch of some of the things that I question and some of the things I really, really, really liked. So, I'm just gonna give the rating to the movie here, and then we'll proceed with the spoilers. If you saw the movie, then you can proceed watching the video. So, giving this movie a rating, I'll probably give it like a 7.5 or an 8. I found it entertaining, top to bottom. Its post-credit scene was hype as fuck. Again, I'm not a furry. I'm not the biggest Sonic fan, but I grew up with the universe, so I would love to see every single character in this universe on screen, and hopefully we get that. Hopefully they keep doing it justice because every movie has gotten better and better and better. And I just can't wait for the future. The future looks really, really, really bright for the Sonic cinematic universe. Now, it's only a couple things I really want to talk about when it comes to the spoiler territory, and one of them being the Sonic Supersonic. Um, First things first, why did Supersonic come first, or was Super Saiyan first? That's something I actually haven't researched that. I thought I researched that, but I didn't. That's crazy. But yeah, the resemblance to Super Saiyan and Supersonic is fucking uncanny, basically. But anyways, when he becomes Supersonic, and then you had Super Shadow, I guess. Like, it never really felt like they were as powerful as it was shown. You know what I'm saying? And also, you had Shadow throughout the whole movie being this completely overpowered Hedgehog, and Sonic being underpowered, and then he goes super Sonic, and then Shadow somehow matches it to a certain degree, and then at the end they both become super, and it goes even. What? Well, it doesn't go even. Shadow eventually loses, but that's the point. Like, how does he, like, at the end of the day lose when he was already stronger from the beginning? So mathematically speaking, he would already be quadruple the size of and stronger than what he already was. Basically, meaning he could literally just fucking with a flick of a finger just evaporize Sonic. Again, plot armor. That's just me though. That's just me. I'm just thinking logically here. I know I shouldn't be thinking logically when it comes to these things, but that's what I'm saying. That's just like, it kind of didn't make sense there. The direction that went kind of threw me off guard, though I really liked how it ended up. Like, where did we end up? Where Sonic was in the verge of killing Shadow, but he chose not to. That's very beautiful storytelling, right? But other than that, their powers being used to evade the evaporating laser, or whatever you want to call it. That's good, but again, it doesn't really show how true. They never really showed how truly mighty Supersonic really is. That's the point where I'm getting at. Like, they never truly showed how mighty Supersonic is. And Super Shadow, basically, because they both become super. Also, another thing, I'm pretty sure Shadow's not dead, and least likely Robotnik. Okay, I think he's still the fuck alive. We're just going to see a different version of him, probably Robo Robotnik or something like that. Now let's get into the post-credit scene, which I thought was hype. Metal Sonic. And to top it off, you got Amy in the mix. The Amy introduction was crazy though. Like I thought they did a really good job. The way they introduced her, it was really, really, really hype. Like like I went with my sister. Right, my sister's a massive Sonic fan. She lost her fucking mind. Like I was like, that's now that's nice. Now I'm already sat for the next one. So I really can't wait to see more of this universe. I mean, like Metal Sonic, I used to be afraid of Metal Sonic back growing up. I thought he was scary looking. Now I'm just hyped to see him on screen. Now it's just a different ball game out here, you know? Again, it's a kids movie. There's things you gotta fucking ignore for the sake of ignoring it because it's a kids movie and they have to fucking sell as many tickets as they can. And honestly, most of the Sonic fan base nowadays is basically, it's only two. It's furries and fucking children. Like the grown-ups, yes, we do watch it here and there, but like we're not like, oh my god, it's not the fucking MCU hype levels back in Infinity War, right? Maybe we'll get to that point. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for the next one. Like I said, I can't wait to see more. Hell, we get a fucking whole ass Sonic universe Infinity War. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. We get a Super Smash Brothers movie. That would be fucking crazy though. That'd be fucking crazy. That would be actually sick. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about the movie. I know I've been jabbing for like a hot minute now, but hey, great movie. I recommend it to anybody. It's actually funny for adults and children. So, and cool story, great characters. I mean, you got fucking Shadow in there. Like, of course, there's a great character, and you get a bit of Shadow's backstory, why he is like he is, and it's just great. It's just great and a great setup for the future. I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to see more.